Well, today's kind of a different day. A little bit rainy, a little bit misty actually. But I thought I would do an update on you guys, or for you guys, on the kayak. So I've been just doing some research on the internet and seeing what works, what people like, and this is kind of where I've started. A few things I'm going to order for it is a 3.5 pound anchor. I want to order some new bungee because the stuff on here has seen better days. And what was the third thing? I was going to order rod holders, but I think I got that figured out. So let me show you guys. I attached the crate to the back. I think I'm going to find a little bit of a different way. Right now I'm just using the original little clips there. But I put this crate on the back. It'll hold some tackle. Can hold my waterproof box. And then I screwed this piece of wood on here and using a drill bit, I drilled out the holes for these fishing poles. That one was a little tricky. The reason why that one's so oblong, whatever you want to call it, oval, and it looks so goofy is my the blade for the jigsaw broke, so I had to use the drill, and that is for this handle here, which is for, I think this is a medium weight rod. Ugly stick, where does it say? Yeah, medium, 8 to 20 pound line. This one here is a light, but this then can fit in here like so. But it's so loose, I didn't like it, so I just put a lightweight rod on here, and then this fits real snug in there. And yeah, I gotta just find a better way. I think I'm gonna use some bungees and bungee down and over for the crate. So being that I have rod holders there, I figured these portable rod holders I don't really need, so I use them on the side as a kayak paddle holder. And by the way, this is my new paddle. Here's the difference in length roughly here. So there they are. I'm hoping that this works better. This is just a $25 Ozark Trail model. I think it'll be fine. If it works good, it works good, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that might not work very good. So definitely heavier, but that's okay. It is a paddle. This one's real light, and this one's a nice brand, but yeah. So this I thought would be nice because I found that when I was fishing, I just had it across my lap. And so this, I think, will work better. The only thing I'm worried about is when I'm actually paddling, if it's going to hit this back one or not. There's really no good way to find out until you find out. So as much as I didn't want to drill holes in this thing, the water won't come up that high, and if I do develop a leak, I'll just put a little silicone on there or something to help waterproof it, but I don't think that'll be an issue. But I put it on the left because I always cast out on my right. This here is what I'm talking about. The bungee is just a little bit worse for wear, so we'll get that addressed. I figure the anchor, I'll have to put an anchor on here somewhere, probably on the other side, and I'll get that when I get around to it. I need about $30 for that. This is my waterproof box that I got, and it has a tether line on it, and these are actually a bunch of tether lines that I made. They look really unorganized, but they're not. They're all clipped on right here, so that all can sit in there. I put my phone, wallet, and keys in the box, and then the tether was for everything else. I had one on the GoPro. I'll probably put one of these around my paddle so that when I'm paddling, if you catch a fish and it moves the boat in a way that falls off, it'll stay with you. I am worried about a little bit of being top heavy, due to the fact of this box, but it isn't really, I guess, that top heavy, being that I'll be sitting inside of it. It'll be a little lower. I looked at new kayaks. They actually put a drain plug on the back where that hole is, so I'm gonna look into repairing that. I think if I kind of cut across nice and around like this, I can get a piece of plastic, heavy plastic, to go behind there, drill a hole in it for the drain plug. That way if I'm in rough water, it doesn't, start filling up. But yeah, I mean, this is just basic ideas that I got on the internet. There's lots and lots of ideas, but I think I like this setup. So yeah, that's basically what we got. That box, obviously you can't put this whole deal in there, but if I take, like, this is a lot of summer fishing, throw that in there. People say it's a pain because you gotta, like, reach around and grab it, but really that little box could go inside too, but I just wanted to get the big stuff back here out of the way and then get the paddle situated. They have anchor trolley systems. I'm probably not going to go with that route just because it honestly looks, just doesn't interest me, I guess. I'm just going to put like an eye hook on here, and I'll just throw it over the edge and then tie it off. I kind of have an idea in mind of how I want to do that, but just trying to think of anything else. It's funny because people talk about like, oh, I have LED lights in mine and I have a radio in mine and yada yada yada. And it's like, geez, I can't even imagine. They must have a pretty big kayak to have like a battery to run lights and everything else in there. I'm just looking for a real lightweight, not overly complicated. I want an anchor, that's for sure, but other than that, this is probably about it. And 2 rods, one's bobber fishing and one's bass or spinnerbait fishing. So yeah, this is pretty much about done, actually. I might even make my own anchor. As goofy as that sounds, after seeing that they only weigh 3 pounds, I'm figuring that if I cut this angle iron, a piece like that and a piece like that, and then a longer piece, put the rope on the longer piece, and then drill a hole through all the smaller ones, and run a bolt through the hole, and it would probably work just fine. This has to have some traction to catch. I want one with the hooks on it, obviously, and I could just sharpen these up, and it'd probably work about as good as anything that you can buy in the store. I just didn't want to get one of those mushroom ones because I don't imagine that they catch on much, and I've used them before and they just skip across the bottom compared to one with the hooks on it, like a grapple hook, if you will. That just makes a world of difference. So yeah. Anyways, it's Friday, so happy Friday, everybody. And this is a good rain because it's really humid out here, and this will cool it down. But that's basically the setup. I think I'm going to bring this up duck hunting with my big canoe, and that way I can go out in it and do a little fishing. I think that'd be kind of fun to do in the afternoon, go out and do some fishing. That's something that we've always wanted to do, and there's a beautiful river right there, and so I can paddle up the river and drift down fishing and stuff like that. So yeah, and that's only a week away now. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So essentially tomorrow, I have a buddy coming over this weekend, and we're going to be working on his exhaust. So I'm gonna get the canoe cinched down. Got to get all this stuff off the top and get this pulled out on Sunday. That's when he's coming over, so we can work in here. But then essentially it's gonna be pretty much pack up and go. I got a lot of stuff sitting on top of here. Got the camouflage, a bunch of shells, my duck bag, the buddy heater, You know, this isn't going, but I got to grab my chair and little table, camp kitchen. Essentially, though, having this makes it really nice. So, yeah, that's basically all. Just trying to think if there's anything else with the kayak that I really can think of, and there's not. So I kind of like the crate like that though, because I can just clip it, and you figure, you know, how you know, stable does this really need to be? Probably not much more than that. If you're just out there, if you're in rough water, it's still not going to fall off. It might wiggle a little bit. So that's why I'm just going to add a couple of bungees, and she should be about as good as it gets. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching.